So we finally have a nice day where I can film. So we're just going to go through the back food forest, take a look at what's going on here. So the papaya, as we've seen, is doing really well. It's got a fair bit of fruit, fairly big one here. Still waiting for it to ripen. The broadleaf looking a lot better than it did, so it's enjoying the warmer weather we're getting. And this is the other papaya, which has some fruit, but isn't looking as good as its partner over the other side. Blueberries, we've been getting a fair few blueberries. You see, there's not many ripe ones because we kind of came through yesterday and did a bit of a harvest. This one's got more fruit on it, I think, than leaves. This one, and I cannot remember what variety it is. It's not a sunshine, I know that, but it's got quite large fruit on it and very, very tasty. And this one, it's got a few leaves, but other than that, it's just stem, and I'm pretty sure this has happened in previous years, so I just can't remember what variety it is starting to shoot. But again, can't remember this variety. Nasturtium, I keep cutting back and it keeps coming. I love it, but it's just sort of taking over everything. So we've planted some more snap peas along here, but yes, it's getting a bit of rust. Might be past its time to grow. Kiwi berry has woken up. Lots of new shoots there, all the way up. The two nashi pears have not woken up yet, so still just sticks. Same with the persimmons, it's just a one long stick. The other nashi pear. Hopefully that'll wake up soon. This is, I believe, the lemon cherry we've transplanted from over there somewhere. I can't even remember where we got it from now. But one of the jobs I'm doing today is moving all of the guavas, the strawberry guava and the yellow. I keep calling it lemon, but it's actually a yellow cherry guava and the strawberry guava. We're going to just sort of run them along here and then sort of make it a hedge, because I'm not hugely keen on the guavas. They're quite small. I was hoping it had a lemon taste. It doesn't. It tastes a lot like a pear. At some stage they may leave the garden altogether, but my husband kind of likes them, and we haven't tried the strawberry one yet, so just going to run them along here, sort of make a hedge away, sort of blocking out the grass a little bit, because this is another one here, and there's one just there, because I'm going to put 2 more mangoes in probably, and that's where they'll go. That banana, as you know, is going to go, so there'll be a bit of room here for some stuff. This is the purple Malay guava, I believe. It's not looking really great. This one prefers warmer weather, which most of the guavas do, but specifically this one. So I'm sure it'll wake up sooner rather than later. The bacon avocado is getting some new shoots, so waking up. And my Parma mango, that hasn't done much since I've taken off the cover, has actually got some shoots here. So I'm not sure if that was going to happen or not, whether the cover was on or not, but that's great. Pepino's looking good. Don't expect it to stay that way this year. If they get ravaged by mites, it's gone. I don't want to deal with it. This is a strawberry guava that we'll be transplanting today. It's a shame because it's got so many new shoots and fruit happening, but it's got to be done. Better now than later. The Namdok Mai, this is the one that has done better out of all of them. when it was undercover, but hasn't really done much since the cover's come off. And the Hass avocado, as I've said before, the leaves are crispy from the damage it got last year, but apart from that, it's got lots of new shoots happening. And I'm not going to go too close to that because there's a spider there, but I'm sure it's the same spider that's given me a heart attack before. But yeah, lots of new shoots on that one. The blue Java, some sun damage on the bananas, but other than that, prolific as usual. We've got this rack here, and the other rack over here. They're not huge racks, so at some stage I may replace this with a cav, because the cav just produces really good racks. Not as frequent, but still, and they look a little neater. And I can't remember if this, I think this is the Japanese mandarin. This, when I removed the cover from my mango and avocado, this had no new shoots, and it's just gone mad. It's still one of my healthiest citrus, and one of probably the longest I've had, because as you know, I've had to replace them. There's lots of strawberries popping up, as I've shown you in the previous video. Black sapote is getting new shoots. There's lots of little new shoots on this, so I might trim some of the bottom branches maybe at some stage, but for now I'm just going to leave it. So another strawberry guava also coming out. I have plans for this little section here because this one is also going. Now, I brought this either as the Pink Supreme or the Hawaiian. I'll have to check previous videos to remember which one it was. But either way, both of those are supposed to, I was told, have pink flesh. And I was all happy about this, having this plant, but I just harvested a guava off it, and it's got white flesh, and you can see that it's white flesh anyways, but very disappointing because it didn't taste that great either. So the place that sold this to me, as I got the Pink Supreme and the Hawaiian at the same place, so the person who sold this to me obviously had it mislabeled, and this is going because it didn't taste great and it's not the one I wanted, and it's taking up room. So I've also got the Indian guava up the back there, so I don't need another one like that. Also got another issue with one of the other guavas, which I'll tell you about. The finger lime. In all the years I've had it, which is one of the very first plants or trees I brought, it's never fruited like this. It's got tons of new growth, but it's riddled in, I'm not sure if you can see them, but absolutely riddled in finger limes and still flowering, so I'm really happy with that. I've taken the little greenhouses down, so my red pineapple is still looking pretty sick, but it's still getting new shoots. So gooseberry is getting new shoots. I'm not sure, I've spoken to a nursery about how many chill hours I'll need to get fruit off this, and because I live so close to the coast, they think that I might not get enough chill hours, so this potentially could be going too. Mulberry is looking really good. It's at the moment at a good height for me, but I'm sure by the time the season's over, it's just going to be really tall again, but I'll bring it back down. We're getting good harvest out of that. The Buddha's Hand citron had heaps of new growth, was doing the best out of all the citrus leading up to spring, but has since decided to have a snooze. But, you know, we'll see what goes on with there. Artichoke's looking awesome. Oh, my Tangelo. I think I left the little greenhouse on it a bit too long, and so it's lost all of its leaves, as you can see down here. I looked at it yesterday and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Now it's a stick. But thankfully it's got lots of new growth, so I'm sure it's going to be okay. It's the artichokes. Still waiting for flowers. This one's kind of fallen down, but it's got heaps of flowers ready to happen. Well, that one's getting pretty close by the looks. Now this is apparently the Indian guava. I'll leave this one for now, but this one will be white fleshed, and I know a lot of them look quite the same, but when it fruits, I'll test the fruit. If we like it, we'll keep it. If we don't, that'll go, and then we'll put something else there. I've got lots of raspberries growing through here, and I've moved the raspberries and boysenberries just down here. I think this is the imperial mandarin, one of my oldest. The old growth looks terrible. Citrus leaf miners really getting to it, but it's still a little yellow, so I'll give it another spray. But it has new growth down lower, which I don't really want it down lower, but because it looks nice and healthy, I'm going to leave it just to try and boost it a bit. Sage is looking awesome. The blood orange has lots of new growth since when I brought it, and some flowers even, so looking really good. It's another little artichoke. And my son's bird's eye chili that he's had for, I think it will be like 4 to 5 years he's had this. I'm not sure if it's going to make it. She'll be the first year. This is the first year it's ever looked like this. It's normally doesn't stop fruiting, so I top dressed it yesterday with some manure and put some triple C on top, so we'll see if it comes good. Elderberries, because they're in pots, got a bit crispy with some of our nice days. There's another one there. But top dressed it, triple C mulch, keep the water up to it so it doesn't happen again. Kumquat is looking pretty good. No new leaves, but it has these fruit, which I probably should pick to let it get some more leaves, but I just want the whole family to try the kumquats, so we'll let these ones ripen up and then I'll let it get some new leaves. Variegated lemon. As you know, I was devastated when I had to cut this back because of citrus gall wasp, but got an abundance of new shoots since I had the greenhouse over it, so not sure if that was going to happen anyway, but if it was the greenhouse, it worked a treat. Now this would be either the Hawaiian or Pink Supreme. Again, got to check my videos to see. It's lost a lot of leaves, but all this is new. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to have pink flesh. If it doesn't, and if it tastes terrible, it'll also go. I don't have much room here, so I need to be specific about what I'm keeping in the garden and what we're going to enjoy eating. Otherwise, it's really pointless. So, it's my 2 new apples. Those are the Summer Surprise and Magnus. I mean, that's the red fleshed one, so you can see by the leaves, it's a very pretty colour. Looking really good with its new shoots, and same with this one, really good. And for the first time ever, my nectarine has woken up at the same time as the apples. Only on 1-2 branches, the rest have nothing, but these two branches have woken up early. Normally this stays like a skeleton for another month or so. So I guess I can't be too optimistic because it's only 2 branches, but it's still surprising. Washington orange, this is the new one. Not heaps of new growth, but some, so like volunteer lettuce. This one was the Bangkok apple. Also one that I brought at the same time I brought the Hawaiian and Pink Supreme from the same person. So it apparently was a rare one. So my husband's like, I have to have it. But I've done some reading, and apparently it's pretty much an Indian guava. Although, as you can see, different color leaves. So we will see again what happens with this guava. one, what the fruit is, and two, what it tastes like. So it may go, may not, we'll see. A red ducker, hasn't really done heaps. I'm not sure if I really want this fruit to, I know there's not a lot, but I really want it to just do something so I can try it, but we'll see. Potentially, I'm gonna like let it fruit one more time to see if I get a bigger rack than that, but if not, then it's more of an ornamental, and as much as I think it's a beautiful plant, and I love the color of the bananas and the stems, it's taking up room also where I could be harvesting. If I put a cab there, I'm gonna get huge racks. So we've recently cut down one of the cabs from here. If you remember, I had the big rack here. I'll chuck in a photo so you can see that rack. I forgot to film it, but man, that was a huge rack and very tasty. There's another pepino, we've got a volunteer gooseberry there. It's one of my apples. It's just starting to wake up. And same with this one, it's waking up. So can't wait for apples. I've chucked in a couple of lavenders just to help with bees and pollinators. I do have another lavender that needs to go in. And yeah, I think that's about it in the backyard. It's a good time of year. You're starting to, you know, get away from the winter where everything's a bit stagnant and not doing too much, to walking through and seeing some little new shoots, which is exciting. So we're just getting to that stage, and every day you see something new, which is really good. So the pineapple bed, we've got one there, need to trim back this rosemary, another one there, not looking great, but still alive. Got another one here, there, and I think we lost one there. There's another one there, and we lost one there. So the aloe vera will eventually come out, and this will just be all pineapple. I'll do some work today and then do another quick little film to show you what I've accomplished for the day. One thing I find very amusing is, as you all remember, I cut down my almond tree, and I've used it just here to edge my food forest, and it's decided to start shooting. So it's got these little new shoots just coming out of it. And one would think, oh, it's taken root into the ground, but I actually moved this maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. It was actually like up here, and I've moved it to here. So it didn't take root up there because it was easy to move. I couldn't feel any roots breaking. So it's only been in this spot for a week or two, and yeah, it's shooting. So I wouldn't have thought that it had taken root in that short amount of time, but it's waking up, and I'm just going to leave it, and maybe there's a new way of growing my almond tree without it taking up room up the back. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But I'm going to get on to the couple of jobs of moving the yellow cherry guava, the strawberry guavas, put them in a row, and I've got 2 trees to go in, which I have not shown you guys yet. And I'm going to put some roselle seeds in around the fence line, and I'm probably going to put some more pigeon peas in because they haven't grown. Again, this is what was my bigger one, and as you can see, it's just giving up on life. It's the new shoots it had is just, like, I think all I've really got is these ones down here, and they don't look great. And I had one here, which has died. This one here is still trying to go, but I'm not holding much hope. Oh, and the strawberries, we'll do a quick run through with them. Then I'm going to get onto my jobs. I'll chuck a little bit of footage in of what I'm doing, and also show you the 2 new trees. So parsley was top dressed, looking pretty good. Some kind of seedlings popped up there. These I think are getting a bit crispy from the heat produced off the pot, but it'll be fine. But yeah, everything's looking pretty healthy in the strawberry. One thing I will mention is my dogs. These they were put in so my dogs didn't eat them. My dogs are also rat and mouse chasers, and I've had them in my compost bay, which even before I had my compost bay, they used to come from next door because he has the palm trees which they live in. So I'm not really fussed that they're in my compost, but I'm thinking, well, they're going to take my strawberries now. So I set a rat trap and a mouse trap, and then I came out at like 1 in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and I was just thought I'll check them, and found the slugs eating all of the peanut butter off the trap. So I have a couple of pest problems now. I need to get rid of the rats so they don't eat my strawberries, but I need to get rid of the slugs so I can actually catch the rats. It's always a challenge, but I'll work around it. Anyway, I'm going to get onto my jobs and I'll show you what I get up to. So we have like a purple custard apple, which doesn't look overly great. It's been in the greenhouse for a couple of months, but we're going to see how it goes out of the greenhouse in the ground. And we have a lemon myrtle, which has lost most of its leaves while it's been in the greenhouse for a couple of months, but beautiful new growth, looking pretty good. Been told they can't grow in the ground in Perth. And also the same with the custard apple. We're going to see how we go. If they die, well, I've tried. I'm not, obviously I want them to survive, but if they don't, well, I don't have the means to, have them in a greenhouse full time, so we'll just see what happens. I've put the lemon myrtle sort of a little bit under the banana because it likes to be in part shade also. And actually this can still see a little bit of the name there, Kampong Mauve custard apple. It doesn't really like frost, likes tropical, so I've put it here. The the nectarine isn't really going to do much to it to protect it during winter from the frost, but I plan on putting another tree here, and then it's deciduous here, so there'll be no protection this side. So we'll see how we go with the pigeon peas and see if I can get them to shelter these a bit until they sort of get going. Right, we have the purple apple custard mauve one all planted in. You can even see it, it's like a little stick. And we have the lemon myrtle. So let's see how these two turn out. And then I haven't removed the banana yet. I actually have no energy today for some reason, but that has to go. This blueberry I'm going to plant so we can get rid of all these pots. And then we have the two yellow cherry guavas, and the 2 strawberries in the middle. We'll try and form some sort of hedge along here and keep it away from here so we can walk through to the shed. Otherwise I'm not fussed if they have to go. So that's our jobs for today done. Maybe this afternoon, if I get some energy, I might get rid of the banana and plant the blueberry, although I do need to top dress the blueberries with some more acidic soil and pine bark, so I might leave the blueberry until I do that, so I'm not making 2 messes. But yeah, so we have a little hedge of guavas, and we have removed the guava that turned out not to be what I was sold, and planted the lemon myrtle and the purple custard apple. I'm actually debating whether I should put the little greenhouse over this one, but we'll see. All right, well, that's the tour for this week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.